Hello and welcome. Now, this is going to be a new area of reviews I'm venturing into. I do have a fair few watches, so I thought I'd do a review of this one. This is a G-Shock GW-9300. Notice it's a GW and not a G-9300. Okay. I'll go through the differences between the models shortly. Okay, this watch, it's not really an unboxing. It does come in a kind of a hexagonal black G-Shock tin. That's their new type of tins. They used to be circular. Now they're a little bit smaller. I don't have one on me. It's packed away somewhere for storage, but they still come in the tins. I've had this watch since about February time, so nearly a year. It's lasted very well. I put it through the gym, hiking, you know, swimming pools, the sea, you name it. It's been put through it. Highly resilient to a lot of things. We'll just quickly talk about some stats. The watch itself is 53 millimeters by 50.8 millimeters by 18.2 millimeters. Keep watching, and I'll do a review with a couple of other watches, show you the size comparison. It's quite a large watch. Now we've got a lot to get through, so here we go. We'll talk about some of the features. Okay, right. So it does have a compass. Well, first of all, we'll talk about the face actually. So you've got the day at the top, you've got the month, then the date of the day, and you've got the time. It says on the GW-9300 model, it says multiband 6 instead of world time. That is because it automatically at 12 o'clock, or whichever time you prefer, receives a radio signal from a mast somewhere around the world. Here in the UK it would be from Anthorn, and that basically makes the time accurate with the atomic clock, and that's every night it does that. I know you're probably thinking, oh well, isn't that a bit strange because it's a digital watch and on average they only lose about a second per year. Well, it's a feature. You don't have to have it. You can opt for another watch, but that's just to tell you how accurate kind of digital watches are. It's a tough solar, which means it does have solar panels interlaced around the edge there, and I think underneath the display as well, by solar panels. It means that's how it gets its charge. On a full charge, I mean charging times in the instructions, they say, oh, a good half an hour in just this kind of sunlight's raining here at the moment will be enough to charge it. On a full charge, put it in perspective, it will last 8 months without light again. So if you are stuck somewhere without much light, there you go, it will last 8 months. It's in the summer, the little icon there goes to high. It's got low, medium, high, and that just shows you how much of a charge there is and how much light it's getting. So that's that. The weight of this watch is about 72 grams, 71, 72 grams. So it's not that heavy for its size. So that's the face of it. You've on this little area here, you've got this little eye, I suppose. You've got the seconds going around, and then that's your moon phase display. Okay. We'll go through some of the features. It does have a compass and a thermometer. That can be activated by pressing this comp button here. You press that, works its magic, and to get an accurate reading, I've found with the thermometer on this, like a lot of watches, it does need to be off your wrist for about 5 to 20 minutes. At the moment it's saying 26.9 degrees. I know that's not the case. It's probably about 20 or 18 degrees here. As you notice, it stops after a little while. But you do the computational button, and it shows you the temperature, and this little eye here shows you the direction you're facing, kind of thing. Okay, so I know off by hand that north is that way anyway. So that's and it gives you the degrees as well, and the direction at the top. Okay, so that's the kind of thermometer and compass side of things. Compared to the older model, it does have larger buttons and they are easier to press. You don't need to boil this one in water or anything to soften them up. They are quite nice, large, easy to press buttons. It has the standard times on it, the world times. I mean, if I just, well, that's the light, but I think if I do that, yeah, I think that time is in Chicago or something like that. But you can change it to have a secondary time go where the date is. Okay, it has a stopwatch on it, a timer, 5 alarms, snooze, hourly time signal, which is quite important for some people, and I just mentioned the light there. It's shock and water resistant, and it has this atomic time keeping with the radio signal. Now it also has an anti-magnetic sensor in it. It's got the tough solar charging. I mentioned that with the solar panels in there. Has the time and date, and that can be displayed, changed on the display. And the compass are both displayed on the one screen by pressing that computational button. Has large digits, as you can see, very useful. It also has this thing with the light. You can change it so that the light stays on for a second or 3 seconds. Also, it's got the tilt function where you put it on your wrist and you tilt, and dependent on the light conditions, if there's not enough light, the light will automatically switch on. If it's quite bright in the room or outside, it won't activate that light. But I think that's quite a neat function. Maybe if you're driving, I'm not sure. I wouldn't advise that too much, but there you go. It's quite useful in that scenario. The overall look and feel, it's stands out quite nicely. I really like the red and the black coloration. It feels quite solid. I mean, the difference with this one than the difference between the GW-9300 and the G-9300 is actually the multiband 6, so it gets its signal from a radio mast somewhere in the world, and also, as you can see, carbon fibre strap and all carbon fibre strap. So that adds to the durability, definitely. I haven't had any problems with this at all. It's got one buckle. I'd prefer it if it had 2, but that's just me nitpicking. I just feel that G-Shocks with 2 just feel a bit more secure. Now, if you got this watch, it sets you back about £200 to £225. If you got it, you wouldn't be disappointed. It just, it's packed full of features, and it what more can you ask for a digital watch that updates every night, has a really good light on it, and has some extra little gadgety features like the temperature and the thermometer and the compass. Okay, it does have a power save function. Mine's on at the moment. All that means is if there's not enough light or whatnot, the display will go blank. Obviously, if you get into an area where there is, it will switch back on. That's very handy for saving the battery power. I think it's excellent value. It's a feature-packed timepiece. Quite comfortable on the wrist. I'll just do a quick demonstration. We're running out of time here, but yeah, quite comfortable. Not too huge. Size-wise, do a quick comparison. So this is a GW-9300. So it's a little bit bigger than that. Yeah, I'd say it's a little bit bigger than that. And also next to the older Mudman, because these are both Mudmans at the end of the day, but this is the newer one. I'm actually pleased that I got this one with the carbon fibre strap and the automatic timekeeping. Some people might think that's a useless feature, but here it is next to a penknife. Got to have a knife somewhere in this. So there you have it. I think it's an excellent value watch. It's lasted me for nearly a year. What more is there to say about it? Thanks for watching. Take care.